What's good? It's your boy Black, and I'm back with another installment of Black Mirrors TV. Today we're gonna be breaking down none other than Michele Lamys and why I believe she is a part of the occult in the industry. Alright. If this video gets 5 likes, I will be dropping another video. So make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shout out to everybody who's gonna be watching this on the replay. And shout out to all of the channel moderators, man. Now let's get right into it. Lamys was born in 1944 in Jarre, France. In 1979, Lamys moved to New York and then settled in Los Angeles, where she set up a fashion line and ran 2 cult restaurants and nightclubs. See, we already seeing the word cult in this video, all right? And this is why I believe she's definitely a part of that dark occult and entertainment, all right? Cafe des Artistes and Luxe Du cafes in 1996 with her first husband, experimental filmmaker Richard Newton. With her tattooed fingers and gold-plated teeth, she was an emblematic figure of nightlife in Los Angeles in the middle of 90s. Her tattoos were inspired by the Berbers during her first trip to Tunisia when she was around 17 or 18 years old. In 1984, Lamys created a clothing line called Lamys. She hired Rick Owens, who later became her business partner and then her companion and husband in 2003. Lamys and Owens left Los Angeles to settle in Paris and got married in 2006. Now, I don't know who will crack Michele Lamys. You gotta be a nasty dude, cause that's nasty work. When y'all see this lady, man, y'all gonna say the same thing. You gotta be a nasty guy. I don't know who. I mean, you gotta just be willing to stick your thing in anything walking. All right, a doornut, a donut. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy work, but we're gonna get into some occult signs and symbols, man. Now, this is her covering her mouth up. We know what that means, right? This is the vow of silence, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't want y'all to get confused and think that she's just doing this for art. I'm telling you right now that this ain't got nothing to do with art. This ain't got nothing to do with like a trending pose that she's doing because everybody else does it. You know how members that have street affiliations have certain hand signs and symbols that they throw up to let each other know, hey, this is what I rep, this is my set, this is what I bang. It's the same thing in these secret societies and these cults, all right? To put it in layman's terms for people to understand it without getting confused. If you are new here watching these videos and don't understand occult hand signs and symbols and what I mean by showing these, and having different people show them in all different aspects of life in the entertainment business. All right, it's the same thing. They have different hand signs and symbols that they use and sigils, right, that let other people know that they are down with the SHITs. Okay, now this is her rocking some horns. Now I was doing some research, and you know, I'm learning every day. And as I'm doing research, I learned that the horns are not only symbolized as, yes, the devil, dark energy, satanic, and all that crap, right? But it also was symbolizing the simple fact that when they grab onto horns, right, they get power from that. So they're harnessing energy from these horns, all right, that emanate from these horns, devil, dark, satanic worshiping energy. All right, so that's why you might see in these pictures that they might have a goat's head in the middle of a pentagram, or horns in the middle of a pentagram, or something like that, or their hand on the head of a ram or something like that in a photo. All right, it's because they harness the energy from those horns. And it made so much sense to me. I'm like, oh, okay, the rabbit hole gets deeper. And I want people to know this too, right, that a lot of these rabbit holes that are created are CI operative rabbit holes to get you to go down an endless hole that you will never find the bottom, or you will never hit the bottom of, because it was created for that sole purpose, for you to get lost in the sauce intentionally. Okay, So I just want y'all to know, don't get too tapped in to every single little thing that they put out there in front of you, because a lot of it, if not all of it, is made for you to get lost into one deep dark hole that you will never find the bottom of. Okay. Now this right here to me is a representation of a Illuminati pose. A lot of these symbols are in Illuminati, Freemasonry, secret society photography. All right, you've got the heart, you've got the sword, and you've got that hand, and you also got, I believe, what looks to be like some type of small dagger. All right, but nonetheless, right, I talked about that hand, all right, in a couple of videos ago. I forgot which video it was in, but I talked about that hand, right? I believe it was in the Lady Gaga video. Y'all could go check that out. But that is something that goes back hundreds of years, okay? And that hand symbolizes, it gives you power, right? They always trying to harness energy from something or someone, all right? But it's always dark and demonic, all right? That's what that heart represents too. You got to understand, these folks' heart is represented in a way to where it's like they give their all to this. So when you give your all to something and you hold in the heart, what does that say to you? You know what I'm saying? They give their whole being to this stuff, man. This is like their lifestyle, all right? Which is going to be tying into why all of these rappers tap in with these witches. You know what I'm saying? Every top rapper or artist that was in their prime or whatever rubbed shoulders with these witches and warlocks. All right. And it's like, dang, like, why do these people all get seen with the same person? You know what I'm saying? And then they'll say, oh, it's just because she's in fashion and she's in clothing and all this other stuff. But it's like, you start doing your research on that person, right? Which is what we need to start doing, which is what I need to start doing, is why is these people rubbing shoulders with somebody like Michele Lamys and Rick Owens? He looked like a warlock and she looked like a witch. Like, she has her fingers painted, not painted, but tattooed black. That's witchcraft. You see, she got the panda eyes. Her eyes are painted black. That's due to the sodomy ritual that they all have to endure. All right, that's that Aleister Crowleyan, Thelema religion-based ritual that they do. Okay, and you see she got her fingers, in that as above, so below. All right, these folks is demonic. I'm trying to tell you. And the ritual that was done to what's his name, Takeoff, that was a whole demonic ritual as well. All right. Now, she doing the vow silence again, and she has West Side Gun with her. I don't even listen to West Side Gun at all, but I just had to put this in here to let y'all know, like, these folks is tapped in with them witches, all right? Now, that lets you know that they are high, and the devil worshiping cult that they are a part of, okay? Because they all are part of the same thing at the end of the day. They all worship the same thing at the end of the day. It's just different factors, different sectors of it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they all got the same end goal. You understand what I mean? So don't get it twisted to think that it's all the same thing. You got different sectors. You got, like, to make it an example, you got the Rosicrucian. You got the Society of Jesus, or the Jesuits, right? You got the Black Boule. You got the Black Nobility. You see what I'm saying? You got all those different factors, right? But they all represent the same SHITs. They all devil worshippers. The Davos group, or Davos group. The World Economic Forum. Different names, but they all got, like BlackRock. They got different names, but they all a part of the same crap. Okay. Now, the idea of witches wearing gold teeth is likely a conflation of different beliefs, as there is no single tradition of witches wearing gold teeth in folklore. Instead, gold teeth have been seen historically as symbols of wealth, status, power, which could be associated with powerful female figures or be used for fashion and self-expression. Folklore has linked teeth to witchcraft for other reasons, such as their use in amulets for protection from evil spirits or their symbolic role in sorcery, but not specifically gold teeth. All right, now I just told y'all earlier in this video that she got the gold teeth early on in her life and that she tattooed her fingers early on in her life. So she been a witch for a long time. It might say that she's like 60 or 70 years old, but she really like 200, 300 years old. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's countless of movies that show this type of stuff. And in movies, you got to understand, they showing you what's really going on. Music videos, they showing you what's really going on. All right, but in these movies, that's really where they show you like how they do these rituals and spells and do spell casting, what witches and energy harvesting is all about, vampirism, you know what I'm saying, Luciferians, all that stuff they show you. You know what I mean? Now here goes, I believe this is Ken Carson. He's a part of that vamp life with Playboy Cardi. All right, I forgot the other dude's name, but you got Ken Carson, the other guy, and then you got Playboy Cardi. All right, these folks is all out a part of a cult. All right, they have a cult following. You know, they've painted their eyes black, which to go show you the panda eye ritual. They've all been sodomized. It don't matter if you're a female or a male. You will get taken advantage of in this industry if you want to be around people like this. You know what I'm saying? What is these two guys doing around a witch, a well-known witch? Well, they get in the game, they get in the sauce, they getting taught the secrets, right? She's letting them know what time it is. So it is no coincidence that these folks rub shoulders with people like that, because you gotta get schooled to how to maintain, how to level up in the industry or in sorcery or in magic, or how to become a top tier warlock in this game. How to control the minds of your cult, which is your fans or whatever they want to call them, all right, their supporters or whatever, okay? You also have her with this guy right here, right? And she's very diverse. She doesn't just hang out with rappers. She doesn't just hang out with singers or the Kardashians or whatever. She's rubbing shoulders with everybody. Because when you get to a certain level, you know, you're going to start going to those fashion shows. You're going to start going to Paris. You're going to start going all over the world and rubbing shoulders with these people. It's like the steps of Freemasonry. There's 33 on the Scottish rite, and there's like 10 or 11 on the New York rite. Okay, and within every step that you get higher, there's different people in different sectors of this secret society that you got to tap in with. And you might stay at a certain level or degree because everything above that might be too much for you. And then if it is too much for you and you feel like you want to do a tell-all, write a book, or come out and speak on something that you ain't supposed to be revealing, you might just die, and you might get found in your bathroom or found in a hotel, or you might just fall off a balcony. You might just jump off of a overpass onto the freeway, get hit by a couple cars. They might find you somewhere, you know, dead from a self-inflicted wound. You feel me? I mean, it's all type of ways they could get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? They might put you in a rehabilitation place for 30 to 90 days and reprogram you, torture you, electroshock therapy, all types of things to get you right. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get back in their good graces, but you're going to have to go through hell to get back in their good graces. They're going to definitely put you through some satanic ritual abuse, all right? That's just a part of the protocol. There's policies and terms and conditions you cannot go against. You feel me? And you seen her right there with A$AP Rocky. And then you also see her right here with, of course, the controlled opposition, which is Kanye West. Now, he's came out and said a lot of, you know, things that have opened a lot of people's eyes, but it was almost like a little too late situation with him. You know what I'm saying? We all knew that his mom was sacrificed for his fame and fortune. We all knew that. You know, it was no like big surprise when he came out. It was like, yeah, they sacrificed my mom, and Kim Kardashian tried to have an abortion with my daughter, and this, that, and the third, and woo, 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 crying in front of everybody. And then he starts talking about Jews, and then, you know, he gets pretty much shadow banned in real life, you feel me? And loses everything, and then makes this comeback, and then now he's with a rabbi, to where he has to pretty much bow down and kiss the ass of the rabbi and get back into good graces so that he can, you know, live again and have a, it's just so crazy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I mean. If you speak out on stuff you are not supposed to be speaking out on, and you want to be wild and you want to be crazy and free, they're going to treat you like Kanye West. Okay? They're going to do you like Triple X Tentacion. Okay? They're going to do you like Tupac. Okay? It's just that simple. Now, I found this to be very disturbing. You see, she got a, I don't know if that's just like the head or the face of her husband, Rick Owens, which is just crazy work, you know, but this is what they do. They really do these things with real people, though. You know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre type rituals. You know what I mean? Y'all ever heard of that thing that happened with Hillary Clinton, to where she was running around the woods with a girl's face that was cut off? Yeah, very disturbing, very haunting. But these are the things that they take part in, and it's very normal to them, right? Now, just take a look at her fingers, man. That's crazy. She tattooed her fingers like that. Her eyes are black. You feel me? She wearing red, and I'm gonna break down why witches wear red. All right, now witches may wear red for symbolic reasons related to power, passion, love, and protection. In various magical traditions, red is associated with love spells. She probably put that nigga Rick Owens under one, because who in their right mind to crack that? In various magical traditions, red is associated with love spells, emotional healing, and attracting attention or confidence. It can also be used for protection against negative energy, which is what she puts out. So I don't understand how. With some traditions linking it to blood, vitality, and survival, which is what I talk about all the time, okay? Now, reasons for wearing red: passion and love, power and action, protection, emotional healing, and transformation. Also, when you see them wearing that rose, that's what that symbolizes too, transformation. Red represents power, energy, and taking action. Witches might wear it to feel more confident, assertive, or to help manifest a new project or goal. And if she is in the fashion industry, that'll be perfect for her, right? And they also wear it to attract a lover or enhance passion in an existing relationship. So she has to keep dude under a spell in order to pretty much get the love that he has given her. All right, so she definitely has him under some type of love spell. She definitely has him under some type of, some type of magic, man, that got him stuck. Because I'm telling you, the age gap that they have is crazy. And just, man, you couldn't pay me $1 billion of taxed money in US dollars to crack that with a 50-yard pole, you feel me? Now, dark magic indicator in popular culture. Blackened fingers are a visual cue that a character is drawing on a source of dark or forbidden power. The darkness of the fingertips can intensify as a person uses more of this power, as seen in the Marvel character Agatha Harkness. A physical manifestation of dark influence. The blackening can be shown in a physical price or side effect of a dark pact or ritual, indicating a corruption of the body from channeling dark energy. Is that like ringing a bell to anyone? I mean, she's tattooed her fingers completely black. Come on. I'm telling you what's going on here. Plot device. In storytelling, a character might deliberately reveal blackened fingers at a dramatic moment to intimidate or shock an opponent. Real world associations. Henna, In some cultures, henna is used to stain hands and fingertips, creating a dark color for cosmetic or ceremonial reasons. Occult practices. Some modern occult practices use methods like writing sigils on fingertips, and the blackening could be symbolic of that connection to magical energy. So right there, I just explained to you why she has her fingertips black. So to me, to be honest with you, could pretty much pack her bags up and send her off, because this is all the information that I need to pretty much say that she is definitely a part of some type of satanic cult or witchcraft, and that she pulls from dark sorcery and dark energy and manipulates things and uses it to her, you know, I guess to her advantage, right? And like I said, she got her eyes painted black in damn near every picture that I've seen of her on the internet, okay? And like I said, when they do that sodomy ritual, it hits a point in the anus that'll blacken your eyes. Aleister Crowley was known to do this with children, okay? And he said during the climax, that's when he would pretty much in his mind think of what he wanted to manifest, okay, into the physical reality. So whenever you see people like NBA Youngboy or anybody painting their eyes like that, that's because that's what had took place. All right, they were a part of that. So whoever was or is using them at the point of climax, they would, try to manifest in their mind what they wanted, whether it was more riches, more fame, or whatever, more sacrifices, more blood, more pain, whatever it was. That's what they would do at the point of climax. And then shortly after, they would get what they want. But you got to understand, it's always pros and cons to everything. So, of course, she might be famous or whatever it is now. So whatever she manifesting in her life now, whatever she has bonded her soul with is going to come back and collect. It looked like it's collecting already, because look how old and like decrepit she looked. You feel me? Now we're going to break down why witches wear black. Of course, it's to represent the Saturn cube off the top. All right, we're not even gonna look over that. It's to represent Saturn, okay? But also, witches may wear black around the eyes. All right, like I've been talking about for this whole video, for protection, to blend in the night, to hide their identity, or for symbolic reasons related to color's connection to wisdom and hidden knowledge, which is what they're all about in them secret cults. All right. Now, the practice can have practical origins, such as the use for kohl for eye protection in ancient times, or a modern symbolic interpretation where it represents protection and power. Now, why would you need protection if you are giving yourself to these dark demonic entities? How are you going to be protected? And this is the energy that you pull it from, because the same energy that you pull it from and sacrifice it for and worshiping is the same energy that's going to be your downfall. And it always is their downfall. Every single time something traumatic happens to them, they don't usually die on a deathbed hugging and kissing their grandchildren. You see what I'm saying? That's a rarity. You feel me? For them to be able to do that. They either die behind bars, self-inflicted wounds, falling off of an overpass from a bridge, falling off of the 3-story balcony of their hotel or their freaking apartment. You know what I'm saying? Drug overdose, or somebody else took their life. A family member hacked them up into pieces. It's never a peaceful, outgoing process. All right. Now you can see this is a younger picture of her, and she got the same get up, man. The same get up. You know what I'm saying? She wearing all this medallions and jewelry all over her, and the gold teeth and the line in the middle of the forehead and the darkened eyes. You see what I'm saying? So she been on this type of time for a minute. It ain't like she just woke up one day and was like, yeah, this is what it is. Nah, she been on this for a minute though. You know what I'm saying? You can arguably say she's definitely a high priestess in the occult. With everything that I've been showing you thus far, she has definitely proven to me that she is a part of the occult, man, and a high priestess in witchcraft off the top. You see what I'm saying? You don't do all this and have all this type of imagery if you're not a part of the witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Why would a normal person have all of this going on with them if they not worshiping or studying or pulling from something dark? Does that make any logical sense to anybody? You see what I'm saying? And it looks like the older she gets, it's like she getting old times 2. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it looked like she about 200-300 years old. Now, I done told y'all about them being in the water multiple times, but we're going to speak on it again. All right? They pull energy from this. This is like a refreshment to them. You know what I'm saying? This is like a spiritual process for them. All right? And this is how they get your ass caught up, too, because they'll get you doing stuff like this or say that, hey, this is good for you. You should get into Wicca. You should get into this and that and that and the third and lighting incense and doing all this crap. Not knowing that they luring you into something dark. And before you know it, you're going to be too drugged out to even realize, like, damn, I'm too far gone. And this is what I've been doing for the past 5-10 years. And you're going to go try to get out, but it's too late. Everything is tapped. They know where you at 24/7, 365. You know what I'm saying? You are fully controlled. They got you under a spell. You probably can't even break it mentally. You see what I'm saying? But back to the water. This is like a spiritual reset for them. There is a goddess in Ifa who is connected to the water. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. You better recognize when you see people like this that, you know, they are definitely tapped into something deep, dark, and demonic. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. Just a reminder. And also, if this video gets 5 likes, I will be dropping some more content. All right. Now, witches use candles to focus energy and intentions, create a ritual atmosphere, and as a versatile tool for various spell work. All right, we're breaking down what these candles mean. All right, now the flame acts as a focal point for manifesting goals with the color of the candle, inscribed symbols, and added herbs or oils, further customizing the ritual's purpose. All right, now functions of candle use. You got functions and intentions. The flame provides a physical and virtual focus point for concentration, helping the witch to focus their will and attentions on a specific goal. You know, they say not Cardi B, but Playboy Cardi sits in a dark room and stares at a candle for hours before he goes out and performs, because he's trying to tune into that frequency or that energy that he's wanting to put out when he goes out there to perform. That's why everybody that goes to a show or whatever says, you know, it feels very dark and demonic. All right. Energy and power. Candles are seen as a power source for rituals. All right. Customization. Candles can be customized in many ways to fit the specific needs of a spell. All right. Color, carving, oils and herbs, atmosphere and space. Candles can help create a sacred or ritualistic atmosphere, and their smoke can be used to cleanse a space, man. And they got people in the industry like Lil Flip. I seen a clip from him, and he was basically saying how somebody tried to introduce him to somebody that can cleanse his house of demons. You see what I'm saying? And you know, they pretty much had candles or whatever in the whole nine, but he was like, nah, I'm not even with that. You know, I got my faith in God, Jesus Christ, and this, that, and the third, so why would I need him to do that? You know what I'm saying? He's about to bring all that crap into my house. He's not getting rid of anything. He wants to bring that energy and that demonic stuff in here. You see what I'm saying? And then, of course, we got the dig, you feel me? Right here with the chessboard pattern. I was very satisfied when I seen this picture, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I know that she's into art. Yeah, I know that she's into witchcraft. Yeah, I know that she's a part of the cult. Yeah, I know that, you know, she is into clothing and all that, but that don't mean that you're gonna find it every single time. You know what I'm saying? I done did plenty of videos where I found everything but the chessboard pattern. You know what I'm saying? So to see her with this after everything that we done talked about and spoke on in this video is very, very, very satisfying. You know what I'm saying? And she coming down off them steps too. You know what I mean? So make sure that y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's going to be doing it for this video on Michele Lamys and why I believe she is a witch and in the occult. All right. Let me know who y'all want me to do down next in the comment section below. And if this video gets 5 likes, I will be dropping another video, man. Y'all know what to do until next time. But if you don't, y'all stay humble. Y'all stay hungry. And I'm out. Bah!